Hi there, it's Pascal. So in this video, I'm going to respond to a question that I got. Now, this question is completely out of the blue. It's basically related to marriage. So I'm going to give you one thing to do to show you something, one practical thing you can do to save any marriage that is about to break up. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Pascal Wanaji. I started my online business in 2017. So ever since I started sharing my journey online and people reach out to me with all sorts of questions, all I do is I respond because I know if one person is experiencing something, there's a chance 1,000 other people are experiencing the same thing. So I can't reach everybody at once, and that would be practically impossible. So I make these videos as they share these problems with me. I give you a practical solution to go and implement so that you can create the kind of life that you want for yourself. Now I'm going to read out this question from my phone. I'll put a question in the description if you want to read it for yourself. It says very simple. Hi Pascal, I am here writing to ask for help. I'm not going to read out the person's name because I didn't know where to start my life in this country. Basically, she's an immigrant. That's why I could relate to her journey. And I am an immigrant myself. So I'm being mental and emotional abused every day by my husband. I can relate to that. In a country since last year I entered. Presently, I'm having twins who came weeks early, and a 6-year-old, and I'm not working, no public funds, because he said I'm not entitled. Basically, if you know that if you come into the UK, the first years that you're going through your paperwork, you're not entitled to public funds, and that's part of the clause in the immigration visa that you get. I had that when I came in. So that's pretty standard across the board for everybody. That's just to prevent people from coming to earn benefits. Everything is being paid to him. Please, I didn't know what to do. I'm kind of read this English properly. He said I should leave him, that he's going to call the home office to cancel my immigration status and my son and that of my son, because my immigration status and my son, because we came to the UK with a marriage visa 6 months and it got expired. We are given 5 years. Obviously, let me give you a little bit of the story. Basically, the story is when you come into the UK, you're going to come out with a short visa. Mine, I came in, I think, with a 2 years visa. Then you apply for. I'm not going to go through that process of immigration here. The problem we're going to deal is how do we get this marriage back to work? Now, most problems most of us have when we are back home is that I had a very good job. I was not hungry back home. I had a job that was it's okay based on where I was, better than most people. But I gave up everything. I gave up my house. I sold my car. Basically, I left my family and I came to the UK myself. I'm going to give you my own personal story. Came to the UK with the hope of having this beautiful marriage and creating more life. But within 2 years, the marriage failed completely. We divorced. I left. I'm not gonna give you the whole story, but the long and short story is the marriage failed. So I had a problem at that moment. That was where God started showing me. But when people talk about their purpose in life, that's when I started on. My question was, why is it that two people will get married? They will think of having family together, and all of a sudden, a couple of years, 2 years, 3 years, they can't stand each other again. It's like they see each other, it's like fire lit up. That was my question. Why does that happen? I realized, I looked into the world, many families get divorced. Many people get separated. It's not that they don't know, it's just that they have failed some basic principles in life. So I started reading books. I got into online business myself. Maybe you're looking to start a business online. So like most people, I didn't know what to sell, but I went into the training with the hope that if I start making money, then all these my marriage problems, I'm not spending time, I'll have more time, I'll have more money, then my problems will be solved. God had a different plan for me. But I stayed in the training. It took me 4 months to make my first sale, first very sale online. That 4 months was where my transition, that's where I got the answers to these questions. Why is it that 2 people fall in love, get married, after 2 years they divorce? That's what I'm going to share with you. The first problem we face is vision. Before you get married, before I came to the UK, the only thing I had in my mind was I'm going to just create a better life for myself, and then I'll have. So marriage is failed because of vision. Where there is no vision, the people will perish. You can look that up in Proverbs 29. I'm just reading up here, 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people will perish. So in this marriage situation now, there is the vision, the solution to this problem. If you're having any marriage problem, I wouldn't recommend you to start a business in this state, because there's a proverb in Igbo land, or in Nigerian Igbo, that says you can't chase a rat when your house is burning. Basically, you can't start a business when you're not mentally okay. I wouldn't recommend that. First things first, you need to sort out your home. That's where I will start off with you. Forget about starting a business now. Forget about anything else. Let's get you sorted first. So the vision I'm going to create for you is very simple. This is your solution. The program is, I'm going to show you something with you that will help you. This is your husband. Don't get me wrong. Or this is your spouse. It might be the other way around. This is you. And this is your 2 twins. And yeah. And this is your 6-year-old. So this is the happy home.
Stop looking at me.
Happy home. That's our destination. This is what you're going to create if you follow what I'm going to share with you in this video. Like I said, most things I told you I found something. It's very simple to implement, but because it's very simple, most people will neglect it. So now this is where you are. Depressed, lack of funds, name all the problems you have, it doesn't matter. So what you have to understand is, this is the destination. This is where we are headed. I don't care where your husband is, I don't care what's happening next or anything else, or what's happening to your wife. You are going to arrive here. The difference between you and this place is time. It's not complicated. It's going to take a little bit of journey for you to get here. But this is where you're headed. Now, if you listen to El Nightingale, I always talk about the book. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What is success? Progressive means you are going to experience some certain things. I'm going to give you some things that you're going to experience. Progressive realization of this is the end of where we're going. So success is the day, is not here. You are not successful here when you arrive here. You become successful the day you make a decision that you're heading here. So that's the day you become successful, not when you get here. So get it out of your head that it's gonna take you 5 years to be successful. No. You're successful today if you start to implement this strategy. Now the next step is you have to understand that they say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. If you step into your house now, things you say to your husband, blah blah blah, people talk and all that, it's like fire. What is happening there is you are radiating negative energy, negative, boom, it sparks. So you have to understand that 2 of you are not compatible at the moment. But what I want you to understand is, before you got married, there was a spark, a little bit of love. I don't care how small it is now, but it's still in him. There's good and bad in both of you. So you have to understand that it's gonna take, you gotta find the good in you, start radiating that good, then that will bring out the good in him. That's the way, kind of way it's gonna work. So as we are headed towards it, you have to understand that the things you see, the way your eyes, the things you hear, you have to understand that your feelings, your actions, your words has to change. These are all you sending signals in your home, whether the way you pick up your children. If you're not picking them up happy, if your Pampers finishes and you say, oh, there is no money, you're radiating negative energy. You gotta train your mind. You have to control your thinking. That's the only thing. What is the hardest thing that you will need to do to get here? It's communication. Most marriages fail. Communication. Most marriages fail because of communication. I experienced this myself. Now, if you hear communication, the first thing that might spring up to your mind is the way you talk to your husband. No, that's not what I mean. The communication you have with yourself. That has to change. If you change the way you think, the things you think will change. If you change the way you see him, the way you see him changes. It's you. It's your perception. Perception is good and positive and negative. If you start seeing positive things in him, he will start radiating positive. You will radiate positive energies that will attract the positive out of him. This is science. Stay with me. You will get there. It's not gonna be easy, but remember, this is the destination. This is what you're going to achieve. I don't know how long it's going to take, but if you keep doing something, I'm gonna share with you in this video, for a period of time, you will arrive here. So the basic principle behind this is the way we think. And if you're going to change your relationship, you have to change the way you think about your husband. And most times why you're arguing now, why you can't stand him or why he can't stand you is because very simple stuff. You are constantly seeing negative things coming out of him. The time he wakes up, at the time. So what is happening to you? Remember, it's you. They say there's a way in the Bible. You have to take out the log in your own eyes before you take out the flake in the man's eyes. He has a problem. I agree with you on that. But you will also admit that you have a problem. You're not 100%. That's why you need to change yourself first before he can change. You are not going to change him. People, if you want to get a paper, write this down. People don't refuse change. They refuse being changed. You are not the one that will change. He will make the decision when you have made the decision to change your life. So the strategy is very simple. You are going to apply one principle. You're not going to change because you have a lot of habits now that you must have that is causing this problem. If you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. It's gratitude. You don't appreciate that you're married. There are some women out there that are looking for a husband. There are some women out there, they just want a man to be there with them. You have all that. Why are you not being grateful for that? That's the first step. Now, this is what is lacking in marriage. So because the communications you're having with yourself is not showing that you're grateful for the fact that you've got kids. Some people are struggling to have babies. God gave you 2 in one shot. You got a 6-year-old. You have to start seeing positive things in the man. Don't worry about him. Don't go and start talking to him that you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You have to first change yourself before he can change. So to change yourself is very simple. Take a pen and write these words. I pick 5 things or two things, or even if it's one, there is something good in your husband. There's something good in him. He's good somewhere. You can't tell me that there is no way. So what you need to do, take a pen and say, I am so happy and grateful that I have a caring husband. That's it. You can write, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a wonderful husband, or caring husband, or a husband that looks after me. There's something he's doing in the house. Maybe he's paying for the rent. He's doing something. I want you to understand that is, see, with a faith as small as a mustard seed, I can go on and explain the science behind this. You can push a mountain. The concept is the habits that you have right now is what's causing that problem. Both of you, the habits that both of you have. So one person needs to change. So to get here, you need to write this out get a note, a book. I have my own book. It will look something like this. It will look something like that. I don't know if you can see it. So this is how it looks. It's changing your paradigm. That's how it looks. You write it 25 times in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you pick one quality he has. Maybe he's handsome, whatever. It doesn't matter. Start and write it 25 times before you go to bed. So you need to do this for a period of 30 days. It's simple, isn't it? You say, how does this work? Don't worry about how it works. I always say the simplest things are the hardest things to do. Remember, it's hard for you to do this. This is going to be hard for you to do. But always know why you should do it. If you could achieve this, would you write this? If the answer is yes, take the action here and know that if you write this for 30 days, you will arrive here. It may not be 30 days, it may be 90, it may be 100, it may be 1 year. No matter how long it will take, would you at any point don't want this? If the answer is I don't want this, then you don't bother. This whole process, don't bother starting. But if this is your destination, don't worry about where the money, how you're going to get fed, or how things are going to change. Things will start to happen. But you need to make a decision that you will stick to it. Now, to tell you this honestly, it's not going to be easy to do this. It's very simple. It's not going to be easy for you to implement. But you have to understand that you're going to fail at some point within these 30 days. You might miss a couple of days. The secret is pick yourself up and go another 30 days. If 30 days is too much for you, you need to do it. Bring it down. I'm going to do it for 7 days. Don't talk to him. Don't go and start changing him, trying to explain things. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary. The only thing you need to do is find one good thing in your husband and appreciate it. Then put it to paper and impress it on. I can go and explain the science behind this, but it works. Let me give you a practical example that this will work if you implement it. How did you come to know your name? I don't know if you can see this. Your name. When you were born blank. No label on you. But every day, your mom called me, Pascal, come here, Pascal. Maybe the first couple of years, it took, I didn't know what they were calling, but they kept repetition. Why you have to do it every day. They kept repeating it in my head. Pascal, Pascal, Pascal. Now, if I'm walking on the street and you shout Pascal, even if I don't know you, I will turn. it is embedded that my name is Pascal. It's living with me. Remember, it's a habit. My name is my habit. So if you embed this thing, whether it's true or false, you will get that. I am so happy now that I have a peaceful home. You can write that if that's what your goal is. But make it a little bit more specific. What is peaceful about a home? If you do this for 90 days, you will understand you're operating on a principle. But that's what it takes. I hope you find this interesting. It looks simple. Please, the simplest things get ignored. Share this video with anybody that you know that is experiencing any marriage challenges. I know. Allow them to go through this. Let them decide for themselves if this is what they want. If you're mixing up with people that are telling you that this is not possible, he can't change, blah, blah, blah. Have you tried this? Remember, you are the one that needs to change. In the journey, don't try to change him. Never you try that. Change yourself first. It's like magnet. He can't live without you. When you implement this, your husband will be like glue to you. He can't live without you. No matter what any woman is promising him outside, he will never leave you. My name is Pascal. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I covered everything. I don't want to keep you guys too waiting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you know anybody that is struggling with their relationship, share this video with them. Share this so that people can learn. People pay thousands to go through a course to implement this. I mean, up to $10,000. I'm giving it to you for free. Use it. Help save as many marriages as possible. It's not easy to implement, but do it. It works every day. And the final thing is, if you're struggling, if you're looking to start a business online, it's the same concept. I have a video that is coming up. What do you need to do to start making money online? Check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.